Hello children, SM Valdez here, again with another tip. So today I wanted to go over, I guess the focal point of your piece. Like what is the main thing people will be looking at when they look at your art? And here we have Derpy and Yoshi. So for his nose, I decided to turn it into a blueberry. Obviously it's not colored in or anything, it's still in the sketching phase, but that's okay. And as you can see, that the blueberry nose is actually the focal point of the piece here. So let me grab this color, this purple. So this right here, the blueberry is the focal point. It is the largest point of the piece, and even his body, Yoshi's body, it's actually coming this way and sort of curving in towards the focal point here, which is the blueberry nose. Everything here is positioned so it's going to be flowing this way. And it could even flow this way a little bit, but as you can see, it's still going to keep flowing all the way through again. And it's almost like a never-ending circle with the way that Yoshi's body is positioned here, with this sort of half sphere U shape going on. And that's all because we want him doing that because of our focal point here. And sometimes it's hard determining what your focal point is, right? So another example of a focal point, let's actually turn off the Yoshi layer here. So let's say you want to draw a cat, and the main thing with your cat is the face, right? So here you have the face, and let's just say it starts off with a circle, right? So this is your focal point. It's in the about in the middle of your screen here, in the middle of your piece of paper. And so since that's the focal point, you just want to have like the body. You can curve it either way, but I chose to curve it towards the right here. And here's the face. But yeah, the main focal point here is the face. So you want to put more focus on where you position these things. And then everything else will sort of just, like the body, will just sort of play into the focal point there, which is, in fact, the cat's face here. And when you look at other focal points in other pieces, for example, if you're staring at I guess you could say an old art piece like the Mona Lisa or something, the focal point there is also her face. Her face comes into the middle of the screen almost, into the middle of the drawing, so that would be like her face, right? And then she has her hands and everything. She's sort of like gathered there. But this right here, like once again, the head is the main focal point that you want the viewer to be drawing their attention towards. And so when you come back to something like Yoshi here, where his face isn't necessarily the main focal point, but it is sort of flowing into the main. Oops, didn't want to do that. That's my bad. I picked on the wrong layer. So it's flowing into the main focal point. That's okay too, as long as you know what it is that you want your viewer to focus on. That's how you know where to position these focal points. And let's say you don't know at all what your focal point is. I would say whatever you're envisioning first is probably going to be your focal point. So let's do another layer here just to show you again. So let's say the first thing you envision is a bunch of grapes inside of a fruit bowl. But the first thing you think about is the grapes, right? Inside the fruit bowl. So then that's the first thing you're going to be drawing. You're going to be drawing the grapes. And then here's like the bowl, right? And then outside of the grapes, you'll have like an apple. You'll have an orange, sort of. And then you'll have a banana, right? But the orange, the banana, and the apple are not the focal point. The focal point is right here in the center still, which is your bunch of grapes. So pretty much whatever you first think of is probably going to be your focal point, and it is most likely going to be somewhere around in the center here. So, and this isn't a hard rule. Remember, there are exceptions to every rule, but this is a good way to think about your focal points in your piece, like where you want the viewer's eyes to be drawn towards. And as we've seen with Yoshi, it's the blueberry nose. As we've seen here with the whoops with the cat sketch, it's the cat head. And then yeah, and then right here again with the fruit bowl, it's your grapes, and then you have all these extra objects on the side. So yeah, I won't go on much longer. I know I don't know. I think these tips help. At least they helped me when I was sort of trying to figure out some of this stuff. And I'm no expert, but yeah, I really do hope this helps you guys. So I'll see you again soon, and bye bye.